like this video or else you're gay. No gay, no pay. The RuneScape community is absolutely mauling Jagex's new CEO over the decision to cancel new Pride Month events. I have a feeling that they're not. I have a feeling that most people actually love this change because everyone hated Pride events in RuneScape and it felt completely out of place. No one liked it except like 0.1% of the player base that was gay and trans and has to have this stuff to be included. But let's see what mental gymnastics Joshua Wollens, the dude who wrote this article, is trying to do in order to sell us this article. RuneScape players haven't relented since news broke a few days ago that the new Jagex CEO, John Bellamy, also known in community as Mod North, was effectively killing off Pride Month celebrations in RuneScape and old school RuneScape in order to ensure the business is protected against those that would wish us harm. Yeah, this is a good move. Don't cater to specific groups. If you're putting in a Pride Month event, the obvious counterpoint would be, where's the, straight Pride event? Where's the men's event? Where's the MAGA event in RuneScape? Obviously, all these things are ridiculous. Just like a Pride event is ridiculous in RuneScape, a fantasy RPG MMO. Speaking to staff, Bellamy said that Pride content was controversial in a way it didn't used to be, and that controversy now brings more risk than it did previously. Risk that I'm personally responsible to protect against. I'm kind of sad. This is a pretty cowardly statement. It's always been controversial, but now he kind of feels the wind's blowing the other way since Trump got elected and culture shifted a little bit. But let's be honest, everyone hated this from the start. There's a reason they didn't pull it. In case you don't know much about old school RuneScape, all the major changes, they actually pull them. The community has to vote on them in order to get them passed. Otherwise, they don't even get implemented at all. But guess what? They didn't do a poll for Pride Month. You know why? Because 99% of players would have said no, and it would have been embarrassing. That didn't mollify staff, who penned an open letter to Jagex execs asking to be allowed to run Pride content, and it certainly hasn't mollified the community. Across social media, RuneScape players are in a continuous uproar about the rollback. I'm going to go out on a limb and say when he says this, what's happening is there's a few weirdos on Twitter and a few weirdos on Reddit who are mauling over this, who are upset that they can't talk about how gay and trans they are in their role-playing MMO fantasy game, medieval fantasy game. It's so sad. Cat, you gotta get out of the way. Yeah, I gotta read that article. I worked on RuneScape 2005 to 2014, wrote John Aleph, former Jagex mod John A on oh my god, Blue Sky. You can't make this shit up. They're on Blue Sky. Holy shit. This makes me really angry, cowardly, and disgusting. You absolute cowards, wrote another player on X. You dialed back Pride content because you're scared of mean tweets from alt-right losers online, all while pretending to still be an ally. No one's falling for this. See? Hey, this is what the trans community, the gay community, the alphabet community are like. You either cater to them, you give them special privileges, you give them special treatment, you give them an exclusive Pride Month event in-game with cosmetics. No one else gets this. Muslims don't get this. Christians don't get this. Straight people don't get this. Men don't get this. No one else gets this. Just gay people. But then you remove it, so now no one has anything again. No one has any special months. And they mauled and say, we're not going to support you unless you cater to us specifically. We need special treatment. That's what the LGBTQ plus TY people sound like. They're just entitled brats. And no one likes them. So of course, everyone is actually happy that they removed this from RuneScape. But this article writer is going to pretend like there's some massive backlash because like 12 people online are mauling over it. Elsewhere, some players are simply hosting their own community-run Pride events. Yeah, that's fine. Just do that. With some proving popular enough that the game struggled to render all the attendees. I'm going to call bullshit on that. That almost certainly didn't happen. On Reddit, poster female asked to join. Sorry, I'm just laughing at the name. There are complex semiotics at work here. Shared a popular mock-up of Summer Sweep Up Part 2, a parody of Jagex's real Summer Sweep Up update from last May, in order to remain an escape from the more undesirable parts of reality. Yeah, I mean, like I said, for the fourth time now, it's a medieval fantasy role-playing game. Like, why are you inserting gay shit? Why are you inserting pride stuff into it? Why are there rainbow flags in the game? They shouldn't be in the goddamn game. It'd be like if you saw a MAGA flag waving in the game in a MAGA event where everyone's marching, praising Trump. Obviously, that would be fucking insane. It's just like that for Pride. That's exactly how people who aren't gay feel when they see this shit. In fact, a lot of people who are gay probably still hate this shit, if I'm being honest. All right, sorry about that. All indigenous or otherwise ethnically problematic NPCs and NPCs without confirmed, documented Gillenorian citizenship, and of course, woman-based? I know he's being ironic, but kind of based, honestly. Elsewhere on Reddit, some users have emblazoned. What the fuck? I've never even seen that word. Themselves with a no gay, no pay badge. Oh no. Oh no. They're trying so hard. No gay, no pay. So now let's just be very clear when they're saying this. They mean if you don't give us special treatment, if you don't give us special cosmetics, if you don't give us a whole month where we can celebrate our pride, if you don't do that for us, if you don't cater to our group specifically, and no other groups, by the way, then we won't play your game. That's what this group is saying. The most entitled and privileged group that there is, apparently, when it comes to video games. This is crazy. What does this mean? If you include the LGBTQIA+ community, they will give you their money. If you exclude them, you won't get their money. If those C-suite executives and PE investors could read, they'd be very upset. Oh my god, this is so fucking cringe, man. How about I reverse the meme? How about... Well, first off, before that, let's analyze this a little bit. Just to be very clear, what this meme is saying, that if you include them, what do they mean by include? They mean give them exclusive events and cosmetics that no one else gets except for their group, except for the gay group. Give them a special Pride Month event, give them Pride marches, give them special cosmetics, give them all this stuff. Don't give any other groups anything, but give them that stuff, and then they'll play your game. If you don't give them special treatment, they won't play your game. Again, the most entitled group of people that exist in the gaming community. This meme is fucking horrendous. These memes are absurd and plentiful. What was this even posted on? 2007scape. Oh god, that's the Reddit. That's horrible. The 07scape Reddit is insufferable. Underlying them, of course, is a genuine sense of hurt and betrayal on part of RuneScape's LGBT+ community. Oh no, they're so hurt and betrayed by this. Now they can't march around with pride flags in their medieval fantasy role-playing game. No. Which had grown used to the annual Pride content. See? They got comfortable. They got used to being catered to. They got used to getting special treatment. And then they had it yanked away. And now they're just like everyone else, not getting special treatment. What do? Cry, complain, rage, say they're not going to play the game anymore. It's sad. It's really sad. The reality is that any neutral position only emboldens bigots. Okay, so now they're saying this is the silence is violence argument. If you're not a trans ally, then you're a trans enemy. If you're not with me, then you're my enemy. Only Sith steal in absolutes. I will do what I must. Yeah, this is so sad. Like, the entitlement of these people. It's palpable. Twitter is absolutely filled with posts praising Jagex for finally getting rid of the woke mob. Yeah, because the vast majority of people hate this shit. Even, like I said, I'm sure a lot of just normal gay people, you know, like friends I had in college, dudes that you wouldn't even know are gay unless they told you, because they just are like normal people who just happen to be gay. That's how most gay people actually are. So, yeah, I would guess a lot of them even are happy that this is out of the game. But of course, everyone who's also not gay, not trans, you know, 99.9% of the fucking population. Well, I guess if you include gays, it's probably close to like 95 or something. But yeah, it's craziness. I'm sure Jagex would say that wasn't our intention. We just don't want to endorse either side. Yeah, that's how it should have been from the fucking start. It just makes me... It disappoints me that they're only walking this back because they feel the tide's turning. Because Jagex is a UK company. Which, by the way, UK has completely fallen at this point. But at least they changed this. At least they saw the tides turning and changed it. But it's cowardly. Either way. Because they're not doing this with their own virtues and principles in mind, or because players were pushing back against it. They're doing it because, again, they see the culture shifting. Because the pendulum always swings one way or the other. But in doing so, they have platformed the worst of their player base. You hear that? By not having gay pride events, you're platforming the worst of us. That was a horrible article. So basically, this Joshua Wollens guy, this guy looks like I don't know, is that a man? I'm not going to get too into it, but this is cringe as fuck. This is so cringe. Oh, man. So basically, to recap this article, this dude said, because they removed Pride event, there's huge outrage. He pointed to like 2 posts on Reddit, like 1 on Twitter. The meme, this is a horrible fucking meme. Doesn't even make sense. But the reality is everyone's happy that they removed this. So I don't know what this is. They're trying to, you know, do some revisionist history, do some damage control, say that, no, actually people are really upset that they removed Pride Month. No, it's good. Everyone's happy about this. People who actually play RuneScape are very happy about this. Like I said earlier, they never polled this change. They never did a poll to add Pride shit into the game because they knew if they did a poll, everyone would vote, no, don't add this. So again, it's good that they finally removed it. It's still the way in which the new CEO did it, pretty cowardly, because it's clearly not coming from his own virtues and principles. It's because he's feeling a change in the wind. But either way, it's a good change. This article is fucking horrendous. Again, like the video or else you're gay. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And thanks for watching. Peace.